Let's begin Chapter 7, Section 3. After you have read the objectives, you can go ahead and do the examples. Let's look at example number 1. If 2 balls are drawn from a container that holds 5 red balls, 7 green balls, and 8 white balls, if the first ball is drawn and is replaced before the second ball is drawn, find the following probabilities that both balls are green. So find the probability that both balls are green. So here you have the green balls is 7. So 7 out of a total of 20 times, again you are replacing it, so again you have another 7 out of 20. So 7 times 7 is 49, 20 times 20 is 400. 49 divided by 400 is 0.1225. Find the probability that neither ball is green. So to find the probability that you have no green balls, and no green balls, you've got 5 red and 8 white, which are 13. So 13 out of 20. Again, in the second ball, you have another 13 different balls to choose from. So 13 times 13 is 169 over 400, and that is equal to 0.4225. Letter C, find the probability that at least one ball is green. So you've calculated already both are green. So you have the probability of at least one green. So this is going to be 1 minus the probability of no green. And the probability of no green, we calculated it to be 0.4225. So 1 minus 0.4225 is equal to 0.5775. And letter D, find the probability that the 2 balls are not the same color. So the probability that they're all different colors, you're going to do the probability of red times the probability of not red, plus the probability of green times the probability of not green, and then plus the probability of white times the probability of not white. So the probability of red is you've got 5 that are red times the probability of not red, and then you have 15 that are not red. So times 15 out of 20 plus, now we're doing the probability of green, and here you have 7 that are green times the probability of not green, and there you have 13 balls that are not green. So 13 out of 20. And now the white, here you have 8 white balls over 20 times the probability of not white balls, and you have 12 that are not white. So times 12 over 20, I'm now doing all that calculation. You have 75 over 400 plus 91 over 400 plus 96 over 400, which is equal to 262 over 400, and that gives you a decimal of 655. Yeah, 0.655 is your answer for the probability of 2 balls that are not the same color. Now, the same problem number 1, but letter B here you have if the first ball is not replaced. So now we're looking at no replacements. Find the probability that both balls are green. So finding the probability that no balls are green with no replacement. So both balls are green. Again, you have 8 balls to choose from the first time, but now you're left with 7. 7 out of 19. Okay, so once you've chosen the first green ball, you're left with 7 green out of total of 19, which is 56 out of 380, and that equals 0.147. So letter B, the probability of neither ball is green. So to find the probability of no green balls is equal to, now you have 13 that are not green when you first draw a ball, and the second time you draw, you're left with 12 that are not green. So 12 out of a total of 19. So you have 156 over 380, which is 0.411. And find the probability that at least one of the balls is green. So we can do 1 minus the probability that it is green. So 1 minus 0.411, and that is equal to 0.589. And that's the probability that at least one ball is green. And the last for number 1, find the probability that 2 balls are not the same color. So here we're going to do the same like we did with the replacement. Here not the same color, so let's do the red. Here we have 5 red, so 5 out of 20 times not red, and not red is you have 15 out of 19. Plus, now we're going to do the probability of green. We have 7 that are green, 7 out of 20, times 13 that are not green, 13 over 19. Now let's do the white balls. We have 8 white balls, 8 out of 20, times 12 that are not white, and 12 out of 19. So again, here we have the probability of red, not red, green, not green, and white and not white. And calculating all that, we have 75 out of 380 plus 91 out of 380 plus 96 out of 380. And doing that calculation, we have 262 out of 380, which is equal to 0.689. And this completes the first section of Chapter 7, Section 3.